Surya glanced at Jenny. She was smiling. He knew that smile. It was the kind of smile that held 1,000 memories, a smile that spoke of shared secrets and unspoken words. Surya felt a warmth spread through him, knowing that this journey was going to be special. This was going to be fun. The kind of fun that comes from spontaneous adventures and unexpected detours.
So, I may have missed that turn, but hey, sometimes the best journeys are the ones we don't plan.
He chuckled, scratching the back of his head. Jenny laughed, her laughter ringing like a melody. It was moments like these that made Surya realize how much he cherished their time together.
You may have? This detour better be good, Surya, she teased, her eyes twinkling with mischief.
The highway stretched before them, bathed in the warm glow of the setting sun. The sky was painted in hues of orange and pink, creating a picturesque backdrop for their journey. They had been driving for hours, headed to Surya's childhood home, a small town nestled in the heart of India. The town held a treasure trove of memories for Surya, and he was eager to share them with Jenny. As they drove, they shared stories, talking about their childhoods, their dreams, everything and nothing. Each story brought them closer, weaving a tapestry of shared experiences. The car was filled with laughter. It was the kind of laughter that comes from deep connections and genuine joy.
Remember that time in college when you... Surya started, his voice filled with nostalgia.
Surya began, his voice trailing off as Jenny burst into laughter. Her laughter was infectious, and soon Surya found himself laughing along with her. Hours melted away, the miles flew by. Time seemed to stand still as they lost themselves in their conversation. They were lost in their own world, a world filled with shared jokes, knowing glances, and comfortable silences. It was a world where they could be themselves, free from the worries of everyday life. Surya realized he wouldn't want to be anywhere else. This journey, this moment, was perfect. And as they continued down the road, he knew that they were creating memories that would last a lifetime. The car sputtered to a stop in front of a charming house painted in bright yellows and blues, adorned with flower boxes overflowing with fragrant jasmine. It was almost midnight. Surya's heart thumped a familiar rhythm. He was home. He looked at Jenny, her eyes wide with curiosity. He couldn't wait to introduce her to his family. He knocked on the door, bracing himself for the flurry of questions he knew was coming. The door swung open, revealing his mother's surprised face.
Surya, you were supposed to be here hours ago. And who is this lovely young lady?
She winked at Jenny, her eyes sparkling with mischief. Behind her, Surya could see his father and sister trying to stifle their laughter. He knew he was in for a night of good-natured teasing. He wouldn't have it any other way. He was home. The next morning, Surya woke to the smell of his mother's famous parathas. He stumbled into the kitchen, his hair a mess. His mother smiled knowingly.
So you and Jenny seemed close last night.
Surya blushed, trying to change the subject. He was saved by the arrival of his friends Meera and Sahil.
Well, well, well. Look who decided to show up, and with a special guest, no less.
You're never going to live this down, you know.
Surya sighed. He was surrounded. He had a feeling this was just the beginning. He wouldn't have it any other way. He was with his family and friends, and that's all that mattered. As the day wore on, Surya realized something. He had completely forgotten about his birthday. His friends and family erupted in laughter.
You forgot your own birthday?
Sahil choked out between laughs.
Only you, Surya.
Meera added, shaking her head. Jenny, however, didn't laugh. She pulled out a small, beautifully wrapped gift.
Happy birthday, Surya.
Surya was touched. He unwrapped the gift carefully. It was a framed photograph of the two of them, taken during their college days. He was speechless.
I know how much you miss those days. I thought this might bring back some good memories.
Surya felt a lump form in his throat. Jenny had remembered. She had remembered something he had completely forgotten about. He realized just how special she was. Later that day, Surya took Jenny to the local market. The market was a vibrant tapestry of colors, sounds and smells, a place where the essence of the town came alive. The air was filled with the scents of spices, incense, and freshly brewed chai. Each stall seemed to tell a story, inviting them to explore further. They strolled through the bustling lanes, their arms brushing against each other. The market was alive with chatter, laughter, and the occasional call of a vendor.
This place is incredible. It's like stepping into a different world.
Her eyes were wide with wonder. Every corner they turned revealed something new and exciting. They stopped at a stall selling colorful bangles. The bangles were a kaleidoscope of colors, each one more beautiful than the last. Surya bought Jenny a set of bangles. He chose the ones that shimmered the most, knowing they would look perfect on her. They shimmered like rainbows in the sunlight. Jenny's face lit up with joy as she slipped them onto her wrists.
Thank you, Surya. They're beautiful. I'll cherish them always.
As they walked, they talked about their dreams. The market seemed to inspire them, filling them with hope and possibilities. Surya shared his desire to open a small bookstore in his hometown. He envisioned a cozy place where people could gather and share stories.
That sounds wonderful, Surya. A place where stories come to life. I've always dreamed of traveling the world and capturing it through my photography. Each photo would be a piece of my journey.
Their dreams were different. Surya's was rooted in a single place, while Jenny's spanned the globe. But their passion was the same. They both wanted to create, to inspire, and to leave a mark on the world. They both yearned for something more. Something that would give their lives deeper meaning and purpose. Something beyond their everyday lives. They wanted to break free from the mundane and embrace the extraordinary. And as they walked through the market, hand in hand, they realized that perhaps, just perhaps, they could achieve their dreams together. The market had shown them that with shared aspirations, anything was possible. That evening, Surya's family threw him a surprise birthday party. The house was decorated with streamers and balloons. The aroma of his favorite guava cake filled the air. Laughter and conversation flowed as freely as the homemade mango lassi. Surya was surrounded by the people he loved most in the world. He felt a warmth spread through him. It was a warmth that only family could provide.
Your family is amazing, Surya.
Jenny fit in perfectly. She charmed everyone with her easy smile and infectious laughter. Surya watched as she chatted animatedly with his mother, their heads bent close together. He had never seen his mother take to anyone so quickly. As he looked around the room, filled with the people he loved, Surya realized how lucky he was. He had everything he could ever want. And more importantly, he realized he wanted to share it all with Jenny. The next morning, it was time for Jenny to leave. She had a flight to catch. The drive back to the city was filled with a comfortable silence. It was a silence born of shared memories and unspoken emotions. As they pulled up to Jenny's apartment building, Surya felt a pang of sadness. He didn't want this weekend to end.
Thank you for everything, Surya. Your family is wonderful.
They adore you, Surya replied, his voice thick with emotion. He leaned in and hugged her. The hug lingered. Neither of them wanted to let go. As Jenny turned to leave, Surya felt a surge of longing. He realized he didn't just want to say goodbye. He wanted to say something more. Something that would make her stay.
Wait!
Surya called out, his voice filled with urgency. Jenny turned, her eyes questioning.
I'm going to be in Mumbai next month for a conference. Maybe we could meet up?
Jenny's eyes widened. A slow smile spread across her face.
I'd like that.
Surya's heart soared. He had a reason to see her again. A reason to hope that maybe, just maybe, this wasn't the end. But as Jenny turned to leave, her phone rang. She glanced at the caller ID. Her smile faltered. A shadow crossed her face.
It's him, isn't it?
Surya asked softly, his heart sinking. Jenny's shoulders slumped. She nodded slowly, the weight of her past pressing down on her. The silence between them grew heavy, filled with unspoken words and lingering doubts.
It's my ex-boyfriend.
Surya felt a surge of protectiveness. He wanted to shield her from the pain that seemed to follow her like a shadow. His mind raced with thoughts of how he could help, how he could make things better for her. He wanted to tell her to ignore the call, to let the past stay in the past. But he knew it wasn't that simple. To tell her that she deserved better, that she deserved someone who would treat her with the love and respect she had always longed for. But he knew it wasn't his place. He couldn't make those decisions for her. She had to find her own way, make her own choices. Jenny took a deep breath. She seemed to gather her strength, preparing herself for whatever came next.
I should go.
Her voice was barely audible. Surya nodded, understanding that she needed space and time to deal with her emotions. He watched as she disappeared into her apartment building. The door closed behind her, leaving him standing alone on the sidewalk. He stood there for a moment, his heart filled with a mixture of hope and uncertainty. He wanted to believe that everything would work out, but the doubts lingered. He had a date in Mumbai to look forward to, a chance to start fresh, to build something new and beautiful. But he couldn't shake the feeling that there were still unresolved issues in Jenny's past. Issues that could resurface at any moment, threatening to unravel everything they had worked so hard to build. Issues that could threaten their future together. The uncertainty gnawed at him, making it hard to focus on the present. As he turned to leave, Surya couldn't help but wonder what the future held for them. Would they be able to overcome the challenges that lay ahead? Would they find their happy ending? Or would the obstacles prove too great, tearing them apart? Or would the ghosts of their past come back to haunt them? Only time would tell, and Surya knew they had a long road ahead.